Hello and hiya, folks. Wow, that was loud. Y'all already know that I'm a fan of coffee, right? Yeah, see that. I've been through like all kinds of different things, and I tend to grab onto something and hold onto it for a while and promote it and go nuts and things until the next big thing comes along. For instance, I was really hung up on the Keurig for a really, really long time. You know the Keurig, right? That's the thing that uses the little K cups and you put it in, you get coffee real quick, real easy cleanup. The biggest problem that I had with the Keurig was every 2 years I was having to buy a new one because the motor would poop out or whatever, and no pressure, and it was the same problem recurring, and there would be leaks after a while and whatever. All you have to do is write the company and they'll send you another one because they know the product stinks. If that's what you're into and constantly writing that's fine. You can do that for you. But I found something better that worked better for me, and that was French press. Dirty French press. Anyway, hard water problems. French press worked out real well for me. You know, you throw your coffee into here, throw your coffee in there, and then you put your hot water in there, and then you put your lid on. You let it sit for 3 to 4 minutes. And then you just press slowly until the grounds stay way down there and the coffee comes way up here, and you pour, and it's good. And it works, and it's nice. And it's nice, and it's nice. It's nice. But then there's some drawbacks to that. To clean this thing, you got to pull the plunger. You're rinsing the plunger. You got to get all the schmutz out of the bottom. So you're rinsing, you're pouring, you're pouring, you're rinsing. It could be worse, but it's not quite the easiest thing to do. Then I saw this other thing that popped up onto the scene, and I looked at it, and it's this thing here, the Aeropress. Yeah, the Aero Impressive. The Aeropress is kind of like the best of a lot of worlds. You got the French press thing where you're pressing, and it's got more pressure than the French press. It's easy and fast, and it's good. And the reason why I stayed away from it for so long is because the whole idea of filters. You know, you got to keep buying filters. First of all, the thing comes with 350 filters. That's probably more than 6 months worth of filters, depending on how much coffee you drink. Anyway, I stayed away from it, and I said, you know what? Let me see if I can't get a review unit for one of these and check it out. So I obtained a review unit. That's this guy right here. And figured out how to use it. Now, there's 2 different ways to use this thing. There's the put the filter in here and put it over your cup, and then fill coffee and then water, and then put this in and press after about a minute or whatever. And that's nice. That's the regular method. That's you know, and it goes through and press and blah. And the reason why I put it in the cup is because you want to make sure that, you know, there's going to be drippage. There's drippage. I'm pretty sure there's a pill for that. The drippage. You're putting it in and it's dripping, and you press. And then there's another method. The method that I've decided to use, and I continually use, is the inverted method. That's when you turn something upside down. Yeah. So the inverted method is kind of the same. You put your little plunger in, and you put your grounds in there. And I'm gonna actually make a little bit over there. I'm gonna get some coffee. But anyway, put it in, and then you put the water in, and you give it a little stir, and you put the filter. Why did I just hold that up to the light like it's the lens? There you go. Filter. You put the lid on. After you stir it up a little, you let it sit for a bit, and it blooms, and it does whatever it's supposed to do. And then, only then can you turn it the right way and put it on top of the cup, and then press. All right. So let me show you how it really works, because I think I want a cup of coffee right about now. What's really helpful is when you've actually heated the water before you try to make your cup of coffee. Dumbass. Okay, while the water is heating, I'm going to set up the press. You'll see that I've taken the plunger and inserted it It's a first timer. And put it into the press. And then you take your coffee. And today, I will be having a little bit of a mix. I'm going to take a little bit of regular Death Wish. Just a little bit. I will be taking a little bit of rum barrel. I gotta grind some more rum barrel Death Wish, just a little bit. And I will be taking a little bit of the cauldron aged pumpkin spice. So that's 3 really nice flavors. It comes with this lovely scoop with a long handle, by the way. It also comes with a funnel that you can use. The funnel being way over here. I never use the funnel because I'm not a sloppy pig. Anyway. And it comes with this lovely, this container with 350 billion filters. Or 300, whatever. So what you want to do after you've placed your coffee into the Aeropress, you want to kind of level it a little bit by giving it a little shake. 3 times. 1, 2, 3. No more than 3 times you're playing with it. And then you take the filter, you put it into the grid thing. Now, they tell you to wet the filter a little bit. I think it's because well, in most filters, you know, I'm going to dip it in here. I'm going to be, yeah, there you go. Now that it's wet. Because I use like filtered water. I don't want to do it from the sink. But anyway, I think it's because, you know, paper, it kind of expands the fibers when you make it moist. I know some of you love that word, right? Moist. There's something about that word, some people, it makes them cringe. Moist. I'll say it again because I'm annoying. Moist. You'll notice that I just kind of eyeballed the scoops to put in there, and you'll see videos about the Aeropress with these hipster coffee nerds. Yes, I called you nerds. You know, to bring out the scale.
You got your 15.3 grams of coffee product. Precisely 192.61 degrees on days ending in a Y in June.
Yeah, it's annoying. The reality is, if you are that scientific about making a cup of coffee, you probably need to go out and obtain yourself a hobby other than making coffee. Looks like the water's just about ready to go. So I usually wait till it's just before it starts to boil. I don't know what temperature it is. That's just what I do. You do you, I do me. You know what I'm saying? Eyeball it. I'll take the water and I'll pour it in. Lovely, right? I'm gonna make sure you get as many of those grounds as wet as you possibly can. I do this by playing with it. And you take a stirring implement. I use a reusable chopstick. It's made out of plastic, so it's not metal. It's not going to zap the heat too bad. You stir it. Stir, stir, stir. Rinse. You know, the coffee nerds will take it and they'll
Pour the water because you don't want to lose the grip.
yeah, whatever. Crema! And then after you pour your water, you give it a stir. You want to take that filter that you set up. Remember, it's moist. And you put it on there. And you wait about a minute. Yeah, that's quite enough because I want coffee. You take it, and you can hear the coffee contacting the filter. You place it over the mug because it was inverted. That's just the method I prefer. And you press. Slowly. Not too slow, because you want that pressure to build up to a point where it's actually extracting more of the awesomeness that is coffee. And you listen for the hiss. That hiss means that it's actually reached the air pocket above the coffee. Now, a lot of people will say you have to stop as soon as you stop as soon as you hear this. You know, the coffee nerds, because the oils will get in there and it'll make it bitter and whatever. I just press it all the way down and through, okay? Now, one of the other things they tell you is to get rid of your grounds before you start to fix your coffee, because I don't know, I just think it gives the coffee a chance to breathe. I almost went to the trash can, but I think I should show you how easy this is to clean. So here, I'm gonna put another mug here. Pretend this is a trash can. Yes, I do drink coffee in a skull mug. There's the filter in the grounds, and you just push down on the rest of the thing, and boom, it ejects most of the grounds, the puck, so to speak, and the filter. Now, usually there's not even this much left on here. I'm kind of shocked that there's even this much on here. And you can either just scrape that off or just rinse it like this. But that's your cleanup process right there. You pop it out in the trash or in your garden. If you're, you know, a gardening nerd and want to do that. I usually rinse the filter cap off too. Now here's something that a lot of people don't know. You know, there was a craze for a little while where people were putting unsalted, unsweetened, natural grass-fed beef butter in their coffee to do something. I don't know what the hell they were doing with it. They were enhancing the caffeine there was no crash, and they say it helps you to feel fuller and whatever. So I thought, you know, the butter's not the best thing for you, but it's an oil. So why not try, you know, a little bit of olive oil instead of the butter? And I've been drinking my coffee like this. You're going to think it's gross, but it's really good. You take about a little less than a teaspoon olive oil, and it floats. And here's the kick. Wait. Oh, that's so good. It floats, and you see that. You don't just drink it like that. What you want to do is you want to take your aerator, one of these here, right, which is called an Aero latte. Another thing I don't get paid to promote. None of the things in any of these videos, by the way, are paid promotions. That's just things that I like to use. Anyway, you take the Aero latte, you put it in there, and you kind of froth the oil with the coffee. You're saying, wow, it's taken an awful long time to get this cup of coffee done. Well, when you don't have to sit there and explain it to idiots what you're doing, the steps are a lot quicker. Did I just call you people idiots? I think so. Anyway, you get it in there, you get it nice and frothed. And it gives you a kind of a mix of the oil and the coffee, and it gives you a nice froth. Oh, there we go. That's it. That little bit of olive oil that I put in there imparts a little bit of a smoother taste to the coffee. And if you like your coffee a little bit on the bitey side, a little bit on the acidic side, and I tend to sometimes, the olive oil is an acidic oil. And I know you're trying to avoid, I don't want to taste coffee that tastes acidy, but it's not. It's really good. Yeah, that'll be gone in about 2 seconds. You got the Aeropress, and you know, you do what works for you. You know, you don't have to use it. If you do, it works well. It works nice, and it's easier to clean up than the French press. It's better for less people. Forever alone. It's good all the way around. It's easy cleanup, and it's quick. Not too expensive either. I think it hovered around. I think they hover around $25 or so, 25 to 30 bucks. I don't know. And then you can just buy new filters as needed.
Moist.